So let's see what's happening. Hello, the world, hello, the world. I'm trying out my first live stream on YouTube. That is first live stream for ages. Could have been more than a year or possibly even 2 years since I last streamed live on YouTube. Let's see how it goes. Uh, so now, I've got to see what happens. Oh, hang on. I've got to sign in to my own channel in order to be able to get into the chat here. Oh, I can stream, but I can't chat. And now let's see. Oh, by golly, I have to, I have to verify that I am me. Hello, 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 hello. It's all so very convoluted, isn't it? Yeah. Um, okay. Yeah, I've started the chat thingy, so um, I don't know. Somebody may be able to read what I typed, and if you can see me and hear me, as I speak, and if the audio, is clear, just let me know. Oh, you might be hearing some reverberation, echo kind of a sound that is for when I'm singing. I could hang on just to make things clear. I could and should and have switched that reverberation off. So this is the voice when I'm just speaking. I don't know if you can see me, so to speak, um, or hear me. But let's just assume that it's working and pick up the guitar and play a song or so. Anyway, which guitar do we pick up today? Let's just use this, my Telecaster. Because like we'll probably do country or folk music. Gotta get a strap, which has been on my Stratocaster. That's the thing with that's the thing with people who play the guitar. Yeah? They tend to collect many guitars, and it's never enough, which is kind of silly, isn't it? Because it's just a piece of plank with some strings on it. But oh, but oh. So anyway, here we go. Let's just see if we can get things moving along. Step one, step one, Reggae, as I have to remind myself, is to make sure that the guitar is in tune. Let's just give it a good quick tune. Step two would be to see if we're here. Hey, hey, Sam, good to see you. Good to see you, Mr. Insomniac. Yeah. All right. Hey, cheers, man. Now, well, you know you. I just know your name, yeah, but you know my face and my my name and my everything, so to speak. Hey, good to see you. Could I ask if the audio and video are okay here? I have not streamed on YouTube for so long, and when streaming on different platforms, there's always the thing about the quality that one can achieve, the latency that is there, and then the bit rates for the video and the audio and all those things. Apart from the fact that, oh, okay, I also have to look at the chat from from another angle, yeah, which is a bit strange. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can open another window to see. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. I've got another window open which shows the same video. You're saying that you're on the phone. The picture quality is good. Well, no worries. That is the main thing anyway. I just want to make sure that the hang on. I just want to make sure that the thing is at least clear somewhere. Yeah, most people will anyway be watching on their phone. All right. So now, now we have something interesting going on. Um, I've got I've got the chat visible here. Um, what am I trying to do? I've got like two computers. One of them is sending out the video, and the other one is receiving the chat, but it also is accompanied by the video. So I'm trying to make sure that the computer that is receiving the chat is not wasting bandwidth on the video. So I have paused the video feed on that, if that makes any sense, but kept the chat running. So let me try something. Uh, would you would you like to hear anything from my repertoire? Seeing as how you know my repertoire, or are you okay with whatever I select for now? Let's see. I'm actually experimenting with some stuff. Um, and today I sort of like experimented with a little bit of boogie woogie of all things. Yeah. Yeah, I walk with my baby, she got great big feet. Long legs and angry hair, nothing to eat. She's my baby, I love her just the same. Crazy about the woman now, Caledonia is her name. Caledonia, Caledonia, what makes you big and so hard? Love you just the same. Crazy about the woman now, Caledonia is her name. Hey, walking my baby, great big feet, long legs and angry hair, nothing to eat. She's my baby, that was just the same. Crazy about the woman now, Caledonia's the name. Caledonia, Caledonia, what makes you big and so hard? I love you just the same. Crazy for the woman now, Caledonia's her name. Crazy for the woman now, Caledonia's her name. Crazy for the woman now, Caledonia is her name. Hey. All right. Well, I hope it came out all right. On my end, it just feels okay. I haven't tried that particular drum groove. So far, I just made some adjustments, and it feels good on my end. So let's see. Um, all right. Nobody really knows that I'm streaming on this YouTube channel, and so I don't really expect, any or many people to drop in. But if anybody is in, and if you are listening in, if the, just I would love it if you would just say hi, so I know that somebody is in. We know that Sam is in the house, so that is good. Um, all right, let's try some country stuff, Sam. Just to see if things will work. All right. I'm going to try the streets of London. Yeah. Have you seen the old man who walks the streets of London, picking up the paper in his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, and held loosely by his side yesterday's paper telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me you're lonely? Say for you, the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand, and I'll lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who walks the streets of London, dirt in her hair and her clothes and rags? She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home in her two carrier bags. So how can you tell me you're lonely? Say for you, the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand, lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. In an all-night cafe at 11:15, same old man sitting there on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each day lasts an hour, and he wanders so alone. So how can you tell me you're lonely? Say for you, the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand, lead through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old man outside the seaman's mission? Memory fading, where the metal ribbons he wears. Outside the winter city, the rain cries a little pity for one more forgotten hero in a world that doesn't care. So how can you tell me you're lonely? Say for you the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand, I'll lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. How can you tell me you're lonely? Say for you the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand, lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. All right. I think we're in the ballpark in terms of the audio stream and so. Let's see where we can go from there. Here's something from Jim Crochet. Well, I know it's kind of late. Hope I didn't wake you, but there's something I've got to say. Hope you understand. Every time I try to tell you the words, this came out wrong, and I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kind of late. Hope I didn't wake you, but there's something I've got to say. Hope you understand. Every time the time was right, the words just came out wrong, and I'll have to say I love you in a song. The time was right, the words just came out wrong, and I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kind of late. Hope I didn't wake you, but there's something I've got to say. Hope you understand. Every time I tried to tell you the words just came out wrong, and I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yes, I'll have to say I love you in a song. I'll have to say baby, I love you in a song. Right then, this is a kind of a test stream to see whether I can still stream on mm, stream on YouTube. Yeah, I haven't done this for so long. I don't even know what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I hope. Earlier I did something, but I think it was. Yep. Hang on, guys. Let me look for another tune to do. When you see me bending down and typing and searching for things, I'm actually looking for different drums, grooves that I can use along with the songs. I don't actually look at song music charts and stuff like that. I try to put everything in the head, but I can't remember the drum patterns that work for some of these songs, and I have to create the patterns for each one of them, which is like a lot of excuses. But sometimes they work. Okay, let's do a dire straits. Here we go. By the way, if anybody is listening in live, if you are actually listening in to me while I am live, you can just chat in there and let me know what kind of songs you might want to hear, and I'll see if I can do them. Yeah. I may not be able to do specifically what you want, but if you let me know if you're into country or folk or blues, or if you already know me and the songs that I can do, well, you'll be in luck. So just let me know. It's all free. For now, we're going to try a Dire Straits one. Well, here comes Johnny singing oldies, goldies. Beep up the baby, what I say. Here comes Johnny singing, I got a woman down in the tunnel trying to make it pay. He got the action, he got the motion. Oh yeah, the boy can play. Dedication, devotion, turning all the night times into day. He do a song about a sweet woman, do a song about the trouble and the strife. He do the walk. Do the walk all life. You do the walk all life. Here comes Donnie, he'll tell you a story. Had me down my walking shoes. Here comes Johnny singing power and glory. Backbeat, the talking blues. He got the action, he got the motion. Oh yeah, the boy can play. Dedication, devotion, turning all the night times into day. He do a song about a sweet woman, do a song about the knife. Hey, Road King. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Do the walk all life, do the walk all life. Hey man, it's been so long, yeah. Here comes Johnny singing oldies, goldies. Viva Paluda, baby, what I say. Here comes Johnny singing, I got a woman down in the tunnel trying to make it to pay. He got the action, he got the motion. Oh yeah, the boy can play. Dedication, devotion, turning all the night times into day. And after all the violence and double talk, he do a song about the trouble and the strife. He do the walk all light, do the walk all light. Hey, buddy, it's been so long. So wonderful to see you, man. Wonderful. You know, at the back of my mind when I started doing this stream today, I thought, hey, there's quite a few people I know who don't come into Twitch because it's a bit of a convoluted process for them to get into Twitch. And I don't stream anywhere else. And I also don't do live gigs in Malaysia anymore. Not for the past few months because I'm trying to do studio work to finish songs for my new album. And when I have to go and do live gigs, I'm wasting so much of energy, carrying equipment, setting up and stuff like that. So basically, I don't really meet a lot of people whom I used to meet. So I thought, why not just do a stream on YouTube, because many people do come into YouTube. Oh, you do visit Twitch? Okay, cool. So okay, I'll see you there. But still, there are many people who don't come into Twitch, and then I thought maybe I could see them, in YouTube, and so I decided to try, but it's a different kind of an experience streaming on YouTube. Obviously, they have, their own take on what a live feed should be like. But the thing is also the audio and video bit rates that they allow are different. Different platforms just give different bit rates, yeah. Like I would have expected YouTube to allow a very high bit rate, seeing as how they are like a video experience kind of a thing. But the audio bitrate here seems to be lower than the audio bitrate allowed on Facebook even. So it's strange. Hey, you have two bands now. Okay, I see. Okay, give me links, man. Give me links to your bands, and I'll go and check out what you guys are doing. I'm sure you'll have like Facebook pages, YouTube pages, and stuff like that. Trying to get. Oh, I see. Well, trying to get gigs. Well, best of luck in getting gigs. Yeah, I started onto this thing. I've been like turning down gigs all over the place. Yeah, because like the thing about pop music is. The thing about pop music I find is that it's fun and then you play for fun, but after a while, or after thousands of gigs, the fun doesn't seem to be there anymore. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like more superficial, or maybe like in my case, I'm speaking for my case. In my case, when I want to do more intricate stuff, then the people who enjoy listening to my People who enjoy listening to my music don't want to listen, or my pop stuff, they don't want to listen to my originals. The new, what is this? How can your band not have you in playing the bass? You know? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, but hang on, you replace a bass player. So, in other words, you are not yet in these videos, but you are now in that band. Okay, 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 okay. I get it, my friend. Let's do Morning Blues. You see, Morning Blues is another one of those songs. When I do my live gigs, I can't play it. I can't play it. People only want to hear my pop music, or the country stuff, the covers. They don't want to hear the originals. And if I do an original, it has to be a pop original. But nobody wants to hear Morning Blues. And that's sort of like, hang on, where is this? Yeah, equipment drive, tear down. I, I still cringe when I think of it. Yeah, I used to do between 20 and 25 live gigs a month for a long period of time. Can you imagine that? That's talk about paying dues, and we're not talking about the same place. It's like, doing at about 4 or 5 different places. So it's like changing place every day of the week. And I once had to do, I think it was like 13 or 14 nights in a row. And that setting up equipment, tear down, packing, and stuff like that. Oh, God. Why your country band does a lot of originals? Hey, that's fantastic. That is fantastic because it's so great to hear a band do their own music, even when they are doing covers alongside. Yeah, the thing that gets me is when venues don't allow, or the customers at the venues don't allow the band to do any of their originals. Yeah, we would rather be in a classic. Yeah, well, we all have our things that we would rather do, but then what can we do? Yeah. In the morning, the sun is gonna shine. In the morning, the sun is gonna shine. And the moon will go away in the morning, every day and every time. In the morning, the sun is going to shine. And the moon will go away. Why? Why? Why must the moon go away? Hey, Banjo, Dada's wheel, yeah. Okay, we'll talk after the song, yeah. In the morning, every day and every time. In the morning, the sun is gonna shine. And the moon will go away. And the moon will go away. And the moon will go away. All right, Road King. Hey, hope that came around okay. Yeah, yeah. Once we start talking about those things, yeah, then I'm getting sort of like depressed, depressed about it all already. Yeah. Um, that as we'll, yeah. Now we can, we can chat about that. That is the dilemma that any serious musician faces nowadays. Yeah, you know, playing for others, playing for oneself, it's uh, it's difficult now because unfortunately, the way I see it, the music scene has evolved into a fairly sad state of affairs. Hey, Frey guys! Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you, Frey guys. Folks, Frey guys is my super moderator on my Twitch channel. Yeah, Frey guys, my first stream on YouTube in I don't know what 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, something like that. Yeah. So I just thought I'll test it out to see how it works. You know, and so anyway, Benjo Dada had talked, said that he wanted to hear me talk about the dilemma of playing, for oneself and playing for others. And I'm saying that nowadays it's all very difficult and complicated. It used to be that, if you enjoyed playing a certain form of music, then you could go and get a gig at a venue where they favored that kind of music. So there used to be bars where you'd hear folk music, and then bars where you'd hear blues, bars where you hear different kinds of music. But now it seems to be different. Uh, yeah, well, even if they say they want a solo or a duo or a band, but they still only want to hear a certain kind of music. You know what I mean? Like a solo playing pop music or a duo playing pop music or a band playing pop music. But it used to be that you could do your own style of music and you would find a small bar somewhere and you could get people to listen to your music. But now what I am feeling is that no matter how good you may be in your particular genre, generally speaking, the commercial market nowadays is not there. You go into a bar and people are already telling you what to play. So if you are a serious musician, then it frustrates you because you may be able to get a lot of gigs, but only for the music that you don't want to play. And I'm sort of like that. I'm always like flowing against the wind. So the I used to be able to get so many gigs as long as I was willing to semi compromise on the songs that I play. But nowadays I have become, I've become like, "Oh, what the hell? Why bother? Because I've already played thousands of gigs, and so the thrill of playing is not there anymore. But the thrill of having people listen to what I am playing is still there. So if I get gigs, but people are not listening to what I'm playing, then there's no thrill for me. All that is left is just the money. All that is left is just the money, and then I do the calculation. For the amount of time, let's say, as you, Road King, as you're saying, as it takes to set up the equipment, for the amount of time it is to like buy, maintain the equipment, and then go in there and perform along with all the time invested in the practices, and then you got to tear down the equipment and you got to drive home and reach home late at night. If you add all of these hours, then you think, okay, now if I spend that much of time and effort just flipping burgers at Burger King or doing some other job, or driving a bus or being a postman, then you find it's not worth it. In fact, a lot of the times you are actually losing money by doing these kinds of gigs. So unless they pay you well, and the problem is, again, like I say, when they pay you well, you have to play the songs you don't like. So what I advise younger musicians to do is to go get a day job, and before that, go get a good education. Seriously speaking, and I'm not talking about a musical education. Go get some education, get some diploma, get something that will give you a decent paying day job. Once you've got that, then you limit the amount of work that you do. You don't have to kill yourself going down the corporate ladder, but at least maintain a simple, decent job which gives you some simple, decent pay, and then use your extra time not playing golf, not going out to parties, not going out to the beaches, not going for vacations, but sitting down and practicing your equipment, your music, and then you play the music that you love. And when you do gigs, only take gigs that you are happy to perform at. Only play the music that you want to, because you're not going to do it for the salary anyway. If you truly love music, then you should be happy to just play your music even in your garage. Why do you need to have 100 people who are not listening to you sitting in front of you to make your music? Yeah. So exactly. Anyway, we are talking about the same points. And I keep telling people that I used to be paid very well at my live gigs, but I still quit. But I still quit. Yeah, I mean, I was being offered, or I was being paid. I would say almost triple rates. Yeah, whatever they were paying other performers, to perform, I was getting triple wages, and I still quit because I wasn't happy doing that stuff. You know, and I'm crazy. I would rather perform to a crowd of people on a budget, but who are listening to my music. In other words, some dive bar somewhere where people are having a few drinks and something. Hey, Chibi, how are you doing? Oh, hey, man, it has. By golly, by golly. Oh, are you from my distant past in sessions? You know, the quiet, reclusive musician. Yeah. Um, you know, yes, we need to play for fun because there is nothing that kills us more than having this passion, whether your passion is painting or gardening or music or whatever, but there's nothing that kills us more than having this passion and not being able to do the things we are passionate about within that passion. You know, uh, you know, Road King, you're saying, yep, music, you got a regular job, have a college degree, cool. Well, similarly, I have a professional degree, and I still work within my profession, so to speak. But I would say that my profession is my hobby now. Music is my passion. It's If I needed a reason to wake up tomorrow morning, it would be that, I want to make some better music tomorrow. I mean, even though I do have a profession, I don't sort of like that's what I want to do. Uh, you know, till I die, kind of a thing. Yeah. If I had enough money, seriously speaking, if I had enough money, I would give up my profession and focus on music. Uh, but I also sort of like love my profession because it's a decent thing. But I would just reduce the amount that I work. But the thing that I really want to do, if I had to choose between one and the other, music or my profession, it would be music. But there is absolutely no stability in music, and bloody hell, if I needed to earn a living making music, I would have to play songs I don't like. So what can I do? Yeah, you know. Hey, Chibi, thank you so very much. And how are you doing? You sort of like dropped off the radar a little bit. Hope you're still doing well and hope you're still making music. Yeah. On my side, well, this is what I do. So this is my first YouTube stream in ages upon ages. And now I've played a few songs and got to talking about music. But nowadays, well, I don't know how to say. Nowadays, I just try to do what I can do in the world of music. I'm writing songs for a new album that I want to put out. I had already been writing songs over the past few years, but never managed to gather the time and the resources to put out the albums. Now I've got a lot of songs that I seriously want to put out. So I've quit doing live gigs in bars so that I can focus on it. But you cannot like not be performing live anymore at all. Then you lose, I don't know, whatever it is, that element of performance thing, or you lose the performance edge. So I perform live on Twitch nowadays a few times a week. So anyway, here I am here, and I've got a whole ton of music and stuff that I put on YouTube in the channel. You know, but it's not going to take me anywhere financially, so to speak. But still, I got to do it. I feel compelled to do it, and the worst thing is that it's not just playing some songs every day. It's like every day, every week, I need to sit down and try to learn a new chord structure, or try to write a new song, or do something creative. When I'm only repeating what I have already been doing, I feel so frustrated with myself, yeah. Like I wasted my whole life completely. I cannot live in the past. I always I need to live in the present, but my present needs to be in the future, if that makes any sense to anybody at all. Yeah. Ah, Chibi, so you haven't had access to equipment. Well, good man, it's good. Let's keep in touch one way or the other. If you are, streaming anywhere, let me know, and I'll drop in into your streams. I am on Twitch a few times a week. I may decide to just do a live thingy once a month or once a fortnight on YouTube, just to meet up with people who don't use Twitch as a platform. And of course, I do throw in a ton of my videos from my Twitch, or from real life gigs or whatever, into my YouTube channel. So anybody who wants to know how I've been doing or how I've been eating can just go into this YouTube thingy. Uh, Banjo Dadas will 52, play a bit, sit in the room and play. Yeah, you know, that's a comfortable place to be at, where you just do things at your own pace. Yeah. Um, yeah, the old guitar. Yeah, in my case, yeah, the guitar. The guitar is a very strange instrument, isn't it? I've tried to crack my head over why the hell we play it. Yeah. And in my case, well, perhaps I have a kind of an obsession over it, but I'm not like one of those like talented guys who can just pick up the guitar and play all sorts of things. I need to practice a lot before I can do even a simple thing. So I sort of like need to work a lot even to achieve a small bit in the guitar. But man, the thrill, yeah, the thrill of strumming and hearing that sound, and at the same time feeling the vibration of the strings on the wood of the guitar. I think it's the vibration thingy that gets me. And I don't mean the vibration from a loud playing. I don't use an amplifier when I'm streaming, like for example now. I don't use an amplifier, and I don't use an amp when I'm practicing. I just stream out, and I've got a small, tiny little monitor that, lets me hear softly the guitar that I'm playing. So I can't feel that, but I can feel the vibrations of the string. And then when meshed with the sound that is coming out, I can't get that feeling from just listening to somebody else playing, because even though they play better, they sound better, but my fingers are not vibrating with the sensation of what I'm creating, yeah. And then I think that's why we are all sort of like hooked on the guitar, isn't it? Yeah. Um, you know, I wonder if keyboardists feel that way. Well, on a piano, you ting the thing, but then some hammer somewhere hits the string. Yeah, but you can also control the force with which you hit the strings. People who play synthesizers, I don't know. You know, the Road King, the best word to describe modern. Yes, it's so very totally disillusioning. Yeah. I am in that category. I am totally disillusioned. But seriously speaking, because like I said earlier, I have no other reason to live. I have no. I don't have unhappy issues in my life. I just am alive. But there's no other thing that makes me want to live more than creating music. I can get enjoyment out of it, and then now the way the scene is, yeah, it's totally disillusioning and it can become depressing. For example, my current project is to release one or two albums. I have enough material for probably two albums if I work at it. And I would have worked to release one of the albums, uh, within by the end of last year, or maybe even the coming months. But you know what? Even if I release a fantastic album, let's say, okay, if I were to release the world's greatest blues album or an album of the best country songs anybody would have ever heard, I can't get anybody to hear it. I can't get anybody to hear it. Because I'm an unknown quantity in an unknown part of the world, basically. I have a YouTube channel and I stream on Twitch, but there's just so very few people. There's just so very few people who would listen to my music. And since I'm not playing popular songs, not many people would listen to me anyway. But if I were to do my original songs, people come in, they have a look at this old bearded dude wearing a T-shirt, and I don't know, I look like some kind of I don't know, Taliban monster, or I look like all those things people warn you against, and then people would just leave. Nobody would want to listen to what I do. And at the same time, the kind of music that I want to put out isn't the kind of music that would want to sell. So, okay, let's say it's our therapy. We work over this, yeah, you know. Now, now things have become even more depressing. I can do live gigs, and I can get a fair bit of following when I do live gigs. And I had thought that what I would do was release my album and then travel around in Asia doing live gigs and selling my albums there. And I have a few albums already released, and before the COVID thing came around, that was what I was doing, yeah. Traveling, doing live gigs, and every gig I get people who are willing to buy my music. So it felt good. I still remain a largely unknown quantity in the world of music. But as I travel, I make new friends and new fans. So I thought that, okay, now I'll release a new album and I'll do it. But guess what? My idea of releasing a new album is to release a complete album on a CD, if not vinyl, yeah, but on a CD. And all of my previous albums, they've had like 14 or 15 songs per CD because I write a lot of songs. But nowadays, nobody that I know has even a CD player. So what do I sell? What do I sell? And this idea of selling people a digital download, Just what the F does a digital download mean? You know, um, it's crazy because I want to do a gig and I want to hand somebody a CD and say, hey, this is what I produced, and I want him to hold it, and maybe I sign it. It just feels like, yeah, there's some product, some part of me that now I can give out. It's not even about the money, because sometimes it costs a lot to produce an album and you can't sell enough of them to recover your cost. But now there's nothing. I give people I want to sell them my CDs. They tell me I don't have a CD player. And I said, never mind, I'll just give you the CD anyway. They say, yeah, but there is no way I can ever listen to it. And I have people who I meet who says, hey man, I've got your CDs. And I say, what do you think of them? Say, I've never listened to it because I don't have a player. It used to be that every car, music system in the car would have a CD player. Now they all don't. It's all USB players. People in the houses, they don't have CD players anymore. So I feel like no matter what I create, I'm already obsolete. So now I can't perform in venues because people don't listen to music in venues. They just go there to party and have fun. I can sit and do live streams, and then some people will come in and listen. I want to release new songs, a new album, but nobody's going to listen to them. I don't want to put my music on Spotify because for every 1,000 plays of any song that I have, I might get 1 or 2 cents. you know. So, what does one do? Yeah, seriously, what does one do? I have no clue. Yeah, and this is the thing that depresses me. Not just delusion. This illusions me. This is the thing that depresses me. I'm in the process of writing songs. I have some good songs written, but I have absolutely no idea how I can actually show people my songs. So what's the point? What's the point of recording them? All right. Banjo, dadas wheel, phrasing or blues different. Uh, yeah. Well, um, I phrase the blues according to how I feel it, but my exposure to listening to the blues is obviously not at all the same as for somebody from the USA who has seen and heard all these great blues bands. I haven't I haven't seen BB King live or even in a concert, even from a distance, or Eric Clapton or any of these people, and I play their songs. And I don't live in the States. I've never been there as well, so I don't understand what they mean when they talk about the Mississippi Delta or when they talk about this or that or even the cotton fields and stuff. But when I hear those songs, I sort of like have certain visualizations in my head, you know. But when I think of it is the music that I have listened to since I was a child that also influences me. And when I was a kid, I listened to a lot of North Indian classical music. I was trained to play the tablas and to play the harmonium and sing classical Indian ragas, which are completely different scales from what the Western music is. But then again, music is music. So when I began to be exposed to Western music and started listening to the blues and stuff like that, I could enjoy the songs. And in terms of the blues, I can feel certain emotions and stuff like that when I'm playing the blues. But when I play and I want to do solos on it, the the inflections that I want to put into the song, you know, come from things that are I'm not sure what the term would be. It's not genetic, but things that have been planted in me from an early childhood. Yeah. So, you know, what is that? Yeah. Chibi, you're saying, yes, sometimes the stuff might be there for some time before anybody notices it. Yeah, then yeah. So it's all strange. Yeah, but I think at our age we don't want, or we don't need all these like sudden things happening. We just want to have a nice, steady, thing at a relaxed pace. Like going on a journey where you're going at a slow, relaxed pace, but you have an idea, oh, that's the ultimate destination. Perhaps I'll get there, perhaps I won't. But this fit and starts kind of a thing, and you know, one moment you're walking, and another moment you're just hoping that one day some guy is going to come along with a rocket and take you somewhere into the moon. So, oh well, oh well. Oh, anyway, now that we've said that, yeah, let's play some songs. Let's play some songs, guys. I was gonna do one thing or the other. Shall I play? Shall I play an original? What the heck? Yeah. Now that we're here. I got no idea why I'm choosing this song, but I suspect it's something to do with our conversation on, disillusionment and stuff like that. Right? And you try, and then finally you just sort of like, okay, whatever's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, yeah. So this song I wrote is like one of those, but it's nothing to do with music, or is it? I don't know. It's just about a guy who's on the verge of giving up, and now it's like, all right, it's over to you. It's telling whatever higher power might be there. It's a song that I want to release for my next album, so it's not published, so to speak. Over to you, over to you, over to you, over to you. I've done more than any man like I'm drifting away. Sometimes it feels like I'm drifting away. Down the rabbit hole, deeper I go. It's dark, dark below. I hear the walls whisper my name. They call to me so tenderly. Now it's over to you, over to you, over to you, over to you. Sometimes it feels like I'm drifting away. Sometimes, 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 sometimes it feels like I'm drifting away. Sometimes it feels like I'm drifting away. So it's over to you, over to you, over to you. Hey, Rob. Fancy seeing you here. Okay, hello, 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 hello on YouTube, yeah? Cool. Hey, some of you guys, Rob, you will remember Chi B because he also used to be in Twitch. Yes. So Chi B remembers Frank Heist, my super moderator there. And then and what do you call it? Chibi, you remember the socially distant, yeah, on Twitch. All cool. Hey, Benjo Dada's Wheel. You listen to Derek Trucks? Yeah, I like that Derek Trucks music. It's like it's a very gutsy kind of approach to blues. And hey, I'm glad you guys seem to like that one. Yeah. Um, so it's like it's one of those it's one of those songs, yeah, that I wrote trying to trying to explore my own little universe of music, bringing in elements from my past, from my family, or from my forefathers, and then into this. I've also written some songs that um, that sort of like reconcile my worldview on blues music, because some time ago some guy mentioned, I'm not sure whether it was on Twitch or it was somewhere else, but he mentioned, look, fancy some Indian guy in Malaysia singing the blues, and I was like, oh, huh. And then it occurred to me, yeah, to him, the blues is something that you would have expected some some guy in the USA to be doing. But then again, I thought, it's not even a music that originated in the USA. You know what I mean? Because um, the blacks who started doing the blues, or was it the whites who started doing the blues? The blacks started doing the blues. They didn't think of it as the blues. They just thought of it as music, yeah. And then their forefathers came in from Africa, and so they would have incorporated elements of whatever they had inherited, brought it there, and then we've got guys like Eric Clapton, who's got nothing to do with Africa or the blacks. He also sings the blues. So why can't this Indian guy in Malaysia sing the blues? And then I began thinking that, what the heck, anybody could be singing the blues. Anybody could be singing the blues. And recently, for my new album, I wanted to write a song that sort of like makes that kind of a statement. It's like, what the hell are you people looking at me and wondering why I'm playing the blues? Anybody could be playing the blues, but I got to say it in a way that people can sort of like understand. You can't directly challenge people for their beliefs. You have to throw them a very curved ball, so to speak. you know so I decided to write a song and title it, you know even cowboys sing the blues. And then I thought, what I'd do is I'd write a song, make it as a waltz, a waltz which is like country music kind of a thing. But the story talks about a guy dressed as a cowboy on the stage, and he's singing the blues. And somewhere along the line, the cowboy starts to explain it, and then he says, like, don't let the Stetson fool you, because every mother's son will someday be singing the blues. And in fact, those lines came to me just this morning when I was working on the song. I mean, like, I had this thing about he was wearing a Stetson and dressed like a cowboy, but then he was singing the blues. But then it occurred to me that that guy is saying, don't let the Stetson fool you. Every mother's son will someday be singing the blues. Or should I say, could someday be singing the blues. And so, it's like, I've got to work and refine it. Yeah, well, I can't do it for you now because it's like a half baked. It's like a half baked thingy. After the changes I made, it goes along the lines of like a waltz, no? Stepped into a bar the other day. A cowboy was on the stage. A lonely figure singing a tune with a heartache that echoed across the room. First time I'd seen, first time I'd seen, first time I'd seen a cowboy singing the blues. First time I'd seen, first time I'd seen, first time I'd seen a cowboy sing the blues, or something to that effect. Yeah. So I've got to refine it and get it down. I had an earlier version of it that I put, and it had some interesting chords, but I wasn't happy with the lyrics. Sometimes you tend to get a bit too melodramatic in the choice of words, but I want to have some words that say something, but some words that are a bit more powerful and imply something. So I want a fair bit of the message to be implied. So then, if somebody asks me, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" Playing the blues. You fellow, you Malaysian Indian fellow. I said, "Hey, even cowboys sing the blues." Yeah. Yeah, Chibi, thank you very much. So anyway, that will come out. Yeah. There's a bunch of other stuff, but this weekend I want to sort of like focus on, focus on this writing songs and preparing songs for the new album. And hey, Benjo, that was real. Thank you. Yep, I suspect that it will come out as a pretty good song when it comes out. Yeah, um, you know, GB. Yes, it takes a long time for songs to come out. Sometimes I tend to rush and want to put my songs out quick, but then I find that if I just put them aside and leave them to marinate like some pickles, a couple of months later, I open the bottle of pickles, and there's a different flavor that comes out, and then I get a totally different idea. Yeah, and so I've got a lot of songs written, so a bunch of them, and I have enough for a complete blues album. But I also have songs written for country music and also like some folksy kind of songs. So I've got to sort of like work out in what format do I want to release the songs ultimately. Like I said, first of all, there could be even no format. If I can't even print out some CDs, then what the hell is all this going to be for? You know, putting out 1 dozen blues songs of different flavors and then not being able to release them. And then, but in theory, I could release one blues CD and one country CD in this year. You know, so that's done. Um, Banjo, Can I just call you? If I have to call you Benjo Dada, yeah, or shall I call you the wheel? But anyway, your question: do I make a melody and put words that around it, or the other way around? That's always the thing, isn't it? Um, I honestly don't plan either way. I usually have a concept. I usually have a concept like in a statement that I want to make, you know, and then I think about it and I think about it and I think about it and I brood. I may brood until I find a title or an idea, and then I just play the fool, doodle around with the guitar until one fine day something clicks. Hey, this could be like, an interesting line for that thing. And then I'll just save that audio clip. Sometimes I just doodle and wander around through so many different things. And then one fine day I sit down and I listen to all the doodling, and none of it makes sense to me. On another day, I might listen to the same doodling and some of it makes sense. And then some days I have an idea, oh, okay, I want to do this, yeah. But there are other days where I just sit down and I play a chord and some idea comes to mind and I continue. I click on the record button just to see what today is going to be like. And before I know it, 5 minutes later, I have a complete song. See, seriously, there have been some songs that I've written that just just fell into place within 5 minutes. But then again, there have been some songs that I've been working on for 5 years that still haven't fallen into place. So the thing is that you just can't rush these things, yeah. Um, and recently, or not so recently, maybe within the past 1 or 2 years, I have begun to realize that this business of writing songs is just like this business of us talking, isn't it? We want to make a speech, we want to make a statement, and we can just say it out. But when it comes to writing songs, we've got so many things that are blocking us because what chord shall we put in, what rhythm shall we put in, what lyrics shall we put in, so these are all things we have to think about before we can do. And it is the thinking about it that affects the creative process. So then I begin to wonder, why does it take so much of thinking? Like now I'm talking to you, I didn't plan this script of what I'm saying, but at least some of what I'm talking seems to make sense to you guys, or you wouldn't be here listening. So why can't I do that in writing a song? Why can't I just come up and write a song that people might want to listen to, and it's not a copy of anything else? And I've begun to sort of like feel that just like when we speak, we need to have a fair bit of vocabulary. We need to have a fair bit of knowledge. We need, the better vocabulary we have, the more knowledge, general knowledge we have, the more we read other people's books and appreciate the way they write. So the more learned we are, so to speak, about the uh, speaking, reading, writing, and those things, and then we watch movies where we see great actors talk and articulate themselves, or see some plays where people are enunciating, extremely well. Then later, when we speak, we use little bits of all of these things which influence us, and we begin to speak. Nobody just speaks or gives great speeches just, the day after delivery. You got to learn, isn't it? So it's the same thing I feel it's about music, because if somebody studies music and understands what it is that he is studying, then chances are he'll be able to create more music because he has an understanding of what he wants to create. We strike the first chord and we already, we already hit a major chord when we started it off. So now whatever we are doing is going to be in the major key, and then that already puts a certain structure on the song that we are going to write. So what if we just didn't strike the first chord and we just wondered what was the structure going to be? And if we wanted something sweet, something sweet, and we said that this is not going to be a country song, this is going to be something else, but it's going to be sweet, then if we knew enough about chords, for example, then we would know that, if we started off with something else, it would have that flavor. But if we didn't know about music, then we wouldn't know what has that flavor. Imagine a chef wanting to cook, but uh, not knowing what soy sauce does, not knowing what mustard does, and stuff like that. Um, who knows? Banjo Dada's wheel, maybe. Okay, let's do that experiment. Let's straight away. Let's put Banjo Dada's wheel. I tell you what. Let's do that experiment. You got to let me know. Uh, in what genre would you like me to create that song? You want a bluesy song, country song, a sad song, or a happy song? You know, let's see what we can do. If we have to do it that way, yeah. Because if I just played off something off with two chords, I may already have had two chords in mind and a tune in mind. Waiting on to it, gone, 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 gone. Okay, blues. Do you want it to be, like a slowish kind of a thing, a gentle kind of a thing, or do you want it to be like uh, an up tempo kind of a thingy? Perhaps I'm asking you more like, do you want it to be a happy or a sad blues? Let's go in that way, you know. The waiting, I'm the waiting, I'm the waiting. Blues, blues. Okay, slow and a minor blues. Okay, cool. Right. Let's do any minor key would be okay. All right. What the hell? Will G minor work for you? So what did you want? You wanted me to do a blues with two chords. Two chords, yeah? All right. We could do, okay, let's see. If I'm already on a minor, okay, anybody wants to give me a theme? Really create it, give me a theme. Which, okay, it's going to be a slow minor blues, but what is it going to be about? Is it about some guy who's lost his cat, or are we going to talk about a car with a flat tire, or is it going to be about what? Then we'll know. Then we'll know what. Then I'll be able to guess what the next chord should be. Yeah. Chibi. Yeah, you're right, Chibi. Musicians more often they like a lot of genres. That's thing, and the more genres we expose ourselves to, the more we can do. Okay, Benjo, it's a bit slow getting a reply from you, so just go. And Mona says minor will be good, but I want to know what we want to do. G minor, okay, theme. Okay, the world is changing too fast and I can't catch up. Okay. Now this. trick it now. I put a drum beat. I had to find. I put in a drum beat and let's do the world's greatest next blues song. Where are we? Hang on a minute, guys. Drum beat, drum beat. And the world is moving too fast for me. The world is changing. The world is changing. The world is changing too fast. And I can't catch up. Hey, I can catch up. I can catch up. It's moving too fast for me. The world is moving. The world is moving too fast. I don't want to move along. So, what chord should I use? uh, well, I figured that G minor being like being a sweetish kind of a chord. If I moved on to the obvious, C minor, then I made it like minor 1 4 5 pattern. It would be like a bit too stereotype, So I did want to use a D to be able to resolve it a little bit there. But instead of moving to a B flat there, I decided to cheat a little bit, give it the impression kind of a thing in there. So I think we have an E flat major 7, so it will seem like it was moving, along those Latin-ish kind of a style, but I put in the major 7 instead, and then use a D7 to bring it back into the G minor. So that was that. Yeah, that was that. The minor key. I hope you guys were okay with that. Banjo Dada's wheel. Yeah, I think it works. The thing is, okay. This is just my take on it on things. Yeah, I've been trying to study this music thingy, as well as when I play songs, I have been trying to study the chords and the music that I'm playing. But the problem is that I never went to formal Western music school, so I didn't study music formally, like those people who really know what they're doing have been doing. But I'm in this adult stage of my life where I can't just continue playing without knowing what I am playing. So I do want to study, but I want to study the things that are relevant to me. I don't want to be like somebody who knows the mathematics of music. I wanted to do something. So I've been doing a bit of structured studying. And one of the things that really interests me is like why choose a certain chord, why choose a certain so-called scale and stuff like that. And I find that a lot of things are centered around the way we manipulate chords, and that I actually started a series of how to play the guitar kind of a thingy in my YouTube channel, and trying to explain my thinking process as I am playing songs. Not sure whether it works for anybody or whatever, but I just put it down anyway. And I'm going to be also explaining my take on the blues. Hey, DDR is in it. DDR, bloody hell. Hey, hey man, it's like way past your bedtime, yeah. How, man? So anyway, what do we talk about? So the chords that we are using, if we listen to jazz players, I don't really understand jazz, but I see what they're doing is they are substituting chords for what they might want to do. So, for example, when I did a G minor thingy, stereotypically one would move then to, for example, a C minor, and then one could move into an F, and one could move into a B flat. Because it's like, these are like stereotypical movements, but those are more like Latin movements. If one wanted to do a bluesy movement, a G minor leading to C minor might work, and then using a D could work, but one could, instead of using a D, play a D7, and then and have a bit of a bluesy kind of a feel. But instead of moving into the D straight away, or a D7, or using a D9 or whatever, one could move into an E flat, so one could play a G minor, then move to the C minor, and then instead of going to a D, move to an E flat, but using a ninth, and then it will have its own feel, but we wanted a sweet feel. So instead of having an E flat with the ninth, why not make the E flat a major 7, and then the D played as a dominant 7. So the movement, from a major 7 has its own kind of melody in it, but allow us to go back into the G minor. Yeah. So anyway, that was my thinking process for that, and I understand this basic idea of this kind of a movement because I've been doing some research. Now, Chibi, you asked about the Eastern picking with the blues riffs. Actually, then they are sort of like notes that I am choosing based on the chords that I'm going to do. If I'm going to play a G minor with a C minor, and I want to, but because I'm also going to put in an E flat major 7 chord here. So now I would want to do in a note like a note that sort of like fits into that. So even without playing a solo, I just play like an arpeggio thing, and it already begins to give a kind of a tune, doesn't it? And then, so I don't have to play a solo. It's already sounding in the chords. Right? So if I were to like let me just loop the chords. Now play it out. So I don't think blues now. I think like Latin almost. Then I think, okay, now I got to break it into the blues. I suppose it's, I don't know, it sounds Indian to you, it sounds Latin to me. And then, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think one just has to listen to. I mean, you listen to some, I don't know, Latin music, or listen to what the Gypsy Kings, and then listen to the blues, and then try to play a blues song with the Gypsy King style, and you find something there. In my case, I grew up listening to a lot of North Indian music, so I can see the correlation between the North Indian music and the gypsy flamenco music thingy, and then the Latin music and the Western music. Because in the end, I realized that even in Western music, when they talk about all the different modes and all the different scales and everything, they are nothing but just variations of the 12 notes that they have. So they create a major scale to start off like as a reference scale, do re mi fa sol la ti do, or or 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and hit the octave. And then every other scale, they explain it as, oh, okay, this scale has a flat third, or this scale has has a flat seventh, or this scale has uh, a dominant seventh with a flat third. Everything is in relation to that. So why don't we just listen to some music that we find is a little bit different, and then try to look for what is the chord, or what is the what notes are being flattened or sharpened from our original chord that we know. For example, just a G major chord, what made it become a minor, and then what made another chord be called a major seven or whatever. Then we find some chords that have got common notes, but they belong to somewhat different families, so to speak. And then we interconnect all these different families using their common notes, and then move a little bit into the ones that are making them different, so to speak, and we get somewhere there. Is that, I think, that's about a way. That's how I try to think of it. But if I didn't understand at all those things, they would have no meaning for me. Like, for example, when I'm faced with them, I really need a sweet chord, a sweet and gentle chord. Just something that is caressing. Caressing. I just fall back into a major seven chord. Any bloody major seven chord. It's just so comforting. Yeah, it's like having a mother's embrace. Yeah. But if you wanted a chord that was just like tender, I would say, maybe tender but not at all sweetish. It's not going to give you diabetes. Then just any minor chord would be tender. Yeah. If I wanted a chord that was like rough or discordant, or like protesting against so many things in the world. I mean, there's some chords are like that. Yeah, they are protesting. They are like uh, they want to be rough. They want to be in your face. Like some youngsters who like a teenager who's got more hormones than gentleness, but they want to say something. Then I'd hit an augmented chord because it already sounds like rather outlandish, on the verge of being unacceptable. So I know, okay, an augmented chord would be there, but it's so much on the verge of being unacceptable that only occasionally could you use it. But if I did want to do that, then maybe I have to center the song around that unacceptable nature of things. Yeah. Uh, Santana, yeah, Santana is like you know, a master of the field, yeah? A master of the field. And I used to think that he only played, like songs with simple chords. Yeah. But he's not that, yeah. He's got a mastery of the chords thing. And because a lot of people want to hear songs that are, easy to understand, so a lot of his songs have simple chords. But what he does is he then puts in a whole pile of intricate percussions and arrangements to give the song the richness that they have, because he's like, a lot of his popular songs that we play are like folk songs, songs that people can dance to at a party. They don't have to think too much about it. Then he puts in that beautiful guitar of his. But when he needs to, he has songs that have got these intricate chords, and I believe he's got some projects going on, albums that he has released, but not under the Santana label, but under a different name altogether, where he plays sort of like Hinduism influenced music, and those are like outlandish, uh, strange chords that even I don't know. Yeah. Um, so um, So, so what was I going to say? Uh, Even his song Europa, yeah, which I used to think, just a bloody three chord kind of a simple, minors and majors, yeah. And then, I one day I tried to study it and all that, and I found that, damn it, it's got these beautiful, intricate chords. So, hats off to, Carlos Santana, a fantastic musician. I saw him in concert once. He was performing in Australia, and I have a brother who lives in Melbourne where Santana was going to be performing. Saved up for my air flight ticket. My brother bought the concert tickets. We went to see Santana, and by golly, yeah, he gave a concert of about 3 hours. The warm up band to his act was a four-piece Australian rock band. They were like really good. And then Santana came in and he played with his full band, and they were like, "Ooh, wow, yeah." And a lot of these Aussie guys were saying, "Oh yeah, yeah," but he's got like an 8 or 9 piece band. No wonder they sound so great. But those Aussies were just four of them, and they were fantastic as well. And then after about 1 hour, Santana's band took a break, and he was left with just the drummer, the bassist, the keyboardist, and himself, four piece. And they played 45 minutes of rock. Not one single one of the songs that I knew, like not Santana songs, but they played rock, pure, absolute, sheer, hard hitting rock. Almost like in you want to say what? Um, Not quite AC/DC style, but you know what I mean. Uh, that sort of high energy rock, and he was blitzing away on the guitar. It's like a rocker, not one single note out of place. And then he invited the Aussie bands to come in and jam along with him, and he invited school kids to come up on stage, and they started jamming along. And he played his Santana songs with all of these people, and it was like at about that point in time, yeah, where everybody went like, by golly, yeah, it's a great, 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 great musician. But because he doesn't sort of like strut around or boast or whatever, and he's like always bowing and to people and stuff like that, that people, mistake his humbleness and his gentleness, yeah, for being like not so great. But he's way up there. He's way up there. 3 hours, not one single wrong note, all sorts of genres can do. So, so you go, oh, major seven, flat fifth. Yeah, well, you know, what can I say? Yeah, there are always chords that, stress us and something. But hey, gotta go. We gotta go with whatever the flow is. Yeah. And now I'm just thinking. Yeah, if you know, what song? No, okay. I don't, off the tangent in there. So okay, I think we've done that. And am I trying to explain anything? I don't know. So anyway, whatever I'm doing is like a composite of whatever I've learned, and I often fear that I may be like totally, totally wrong about some things. Yeah. Um, but uh, what can I say? Yeah. One just has to try. Yeah. Oh, so now anyway, you mentioned a major seven flat fifth. I'm trying to think one what I could do with it. Can't stretch. I don't know. It works with the flat fifth, uh, bass note in it though. Okay, anyway. Okay, just what do I do now at this stage? It's one ish, 30 ish. Anybody wants to hear anything song wise, or are we just discussing things, or shall I wind down? This stream was like we could be overdoing it. Oh, but hey, hang on. How can I close off? How can I close off a stream without playing my favorite song in the world? Yeah, I have to do Mr. Bojangles, guys. It's just it's just my song for starting or finishing um, my music. I'm not meaning the stream. I just mean like music in general. Yeah. Of course, like it's the song. It's the song. I want to see what it sounds like over here. In 12 bars, a blues in 12 bars. I could, but before I go into that, I have to absolutely play this song because hang on a minute. Because this is my favorite song in the whole world. It got me, doing things. Oh my God. Okay, people want to do a blues 12 bars, original, comfortably numb. Hey, everyone, Baba, hello, hello, hello. I want to. Can I just play Mr. Bojangles first? Seriously speaking, it's my favorite song in the whole world, and then I'll do what you guys want me to do. I want to see how it comes across in this YouTube stream. Yeah, otherwise the YouTube gods will be angry with me. Well, I knew a man, Bojangles, that you in worn out shoes, silver hat, ragged shirt and baggy pants. Okay, Freck Eyes, don't worry, I'll do that as well. It jumped so high, he jumped so high. Then he'd lightly touch down. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. I met him in a cell in New Orleans. I was down and out. He looked at me to be the eyes of age. And as he spoke right out, he talked of life. You know, he talked of life. Laughed and slapped his leg a step. He said his name Bojangles, and he danced a lick across the cell. Grabbed his pants for a better stance, and he jumped so high, and he clicked his heels. He let go a laugh. You know, he let go a laugh. Slapped his click, shook back his clothes all around. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. He said he danced for those at minstrel shows and county fairs throughout the South. Spoke with tears of 15 years of his dog and him. Traveled about, he up and died. You know, his dog up and died. After 20 years, he still breathes. He said, I dance now at every chance in honky tonks for drinks and tips. But most of these times, I spend behind these county bars. I drinks a bit, shook his head. You know, as he shook his head, I had someone ask him, please. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. and Bojangles. All right. That was Bojangles. Okay. Fregas, you wanted me to do maybe someday. Shall we do maybe someday as the last song for this stream? It's an appropriate closing song. Yeah. And in the meanwhile, we had folks asking, hey, Chibi, thank you very much. Glad you like that. Yeah, I love that song. Yeah. And we've got, okay, we one or two more songs that you guys want to hear. Okay, I'll play. We can finish with the blues in 12 bars. We'll do, I'll tell you what, one Java, is that really the name? How do I pronounce the name VVAN? Is that VN or is it one Java? You really want to hear a Pink Floyd thingy? Do you really want to hear Pink Floyd? Guys, shall we try a Pink Floyd number? Looks like we're not going to be able to close the stream immediately. We can do Pink Floyd followed by a 12-bar blues and followed by maybe someday as the closing song. That's the present plan, To be honest with you, I'm not really in a hurry to leave. I just was thinking that, maybe I might be boring some of you who are here for a bit. But then again, it's, what's it time? The time is like 1:30 in the morning. It's a Saturday, but I've got tomorrow, Sunday off. I don't have a live gig to pack up and go to. So I'm good. Let me see, any objections to some Pink Floyd? Okay. Oops. Okay, Floyd is fine. Okay, cool. Here we go. Let me. Hello, is there anybody in there? Not if you can hear me. Is there anyone at home? Come on, come on, come on now. I hear feeling down. I can ease your pain, get you on your feet again. Relax, relax, relax. I need some information first. Just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts? There is no pain you are receding. A distant ship smoke on the horizon. You only come coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I had a fever. My hands swelled like two balloons. Now I get the feeling once again. I cannot explain. You don't understand. This is not how I am. I've become comfortably numb. Comfortably numb. Okay, just a little pinprick. There'll be no more. Hey, you may feel a little sick. Can you stand up, stand up, stand up? I do believe it's working good. That'll keep you going to the show. Come on, it's time to go. There is no pain, you are receding. A distant shipwreck on the horizon. You are only coming to waves. Your lips move, but I can hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned A bit of noise there, a bit of noise there. But hey, that's what we do, yeah. Okay. So, what do we want to do? Hey, just thanks, Jimmy. Now let's see. Hey, Vian Java, I hope you like that, yeah. Oh, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you too. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now let's see. We're gonna do a 12-bar blues, a slow one, a slow 12-bar blues. Okay. Hang on, I've got to get my drums structured out for this. Where are we? Um, yeah. And I think we'll do an old. Structured. Let's see. What do I want to do with this? So what can I do with this? Hang on, guys. Push the drum groove. Yeah. Well, they call it stormy Monday. Tuesday was just as bad. They call it stormy Monday. Tuesday was just as bad. Wednesday's worse. Thursday's also sad. The eagle flies on Friday. Saturday I go out to play. Eagle flies on Friday. Saturday I go out to play. Sundays I get down on my knees. That's the day that I pray. Yeah, the eagle flies on Friday. Saturday I go out to play. Eagle flies on Friday. Saturday I go out to play. Sundays I get down on my knees. Saturday that I pray. Start on Monday. Yes, Sundays I get down on my knees. That's the day. That's the day that I pray. All right, folks, and there was a slow blues thingy, and here we go, final song of the stream. Here's an original, and it's actually the first song it's the first song from the first album that I released. Yeah, I was thinking that I wanted to write a song and release an album. I wanted to write a bunch of songs, but I wanted one song to start off with, and I was sort of like trying to challenge myself to see if I could be a decent songwriter. And I told myself that, if I could like write a decent song with just 3 chords, then I'd be all right. Yeah, I'd be on my way. I didn't want to like put in 1,000,000 chords and have a horrible song. I wanted to just have 3 chords and have a decent song. So, let's see if I can do it. Yeah. Let's see. I've got to find a beat for this though. Hang on a minute. Oh, looks like I'm jumping back and forth. I've got a little looper, you see, that can record my guitar as I am playing, so that I can do a solo on top of it. But in order for it to be able to read the correct information from the little drums machine that I program, I need to synchronize their time signatures. Otherwise, these things will be reading different time signatures and clocks. So it all starts getting rather complicated sometimes. But think we're somewhere there. Now let's see. Should I do a bit of Japanese to it? All right. So anyway, the song actually even has a bit of a Japanese verse in it that was written for me by a Japanese musician friend before the COVID thingy. I was having a good time traveling around Asia and doing gigs, small gigs, but promoting my music. Like I was saying earlier, being able to sell my albums and stuff. And I did a couple of gigs in Japan, and a musician friend, a Japanese musician friend, helped me to translate one of my songs into a bit of Japanese. So let's see if I can hit that, and then I'll go into the song. It's a song about saying goodbye. It's a good song to close the stream, saying goodbye, but hopefully being able to come back again. Yeah. Yeah. Another day. Now it's time for me to leave. Every time, every place I go, I wish I could stay, but I got to move. You know I do. A bit of Japanese now. Mata itsuka ao doko ka kono hiroi sekai de mo ikanakia. Arigato, arigato. Mata uru yo. Mata uru. Memories, they're all I have. Every place, they're all I can keep. I wish I could stay, but I've got to move. You know I do. Maybe someday I'll come back to stay. Maybe someday I'll come back to stay. someday I'll come back to stay. Maybe someday I'll come back to stay. And maybe someday you guys come back and we'll meet in another YouTube live stream. Hey, I haven't done YouTube live for more than a year. Wow. Hopefully it turned out not too bad. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for coming in and being with me. Hope to see you again. Everybody have a great weekend. Yeah. Have a great weekend. Excuse me. Be good and let's keep making the music. Cheers and bye.